Welcome back to the AutoHound Court of Public Opinion. Today we're putting a $55,000 American sports car against a $110,000 Italian exotic. Let's bring in Exhibit A.
Exhibit A is a 2015 Corvette Z51. And Exhibit B, the 2013 Ferrari California. You are the court of public opinion. I want your vote in the comments. Do not be afraid to vote. Tell me what you really think. First entered into evidence, Exhibit A, the 2015 Corvette Stingray Z51. For the record, let it reflect that this example is finished in velocity yellow. And subtle, it is not. You get the low nose, the sharp angular headlights, aggressive hood openings, and look at the rear quarters. Check out the wheels. And then what is arguably the most controversial piece of evidence on this car is the rear. For the first time in generations, no traditional round Corvette lights. I'll reserve judgment. That's your job. Members of the jury, Exhibit A. Exhibit B, the 2013 Ferrari California. Let the record reflect the color is Bianco Avos with a Rosso interior and is approximately $55,000 more than Exhibit A. The design approach couldn't be more different, with the soft lines, classic front end proportions, a really long hood, and with a Corvette is a soft top. This gives you the retractable hard top. Now, of course, right there, the Ferrari badge with the little horsey on it. Objection. We're judging the evidence, not the badge. Very, very cool rear end with the quad tip exhaust. That massive, meaty spoiler. So, which one wins on the exterior? You should reserve your verdict until the end of the evidence has been presented. Now, let's go beyond appearances. The court now enters in evidence the Corvette's powertrain. 6.2 liter, naturally aspirated LT1 V8, 460 horsepower, 465 foot-pounds of torque, no turbochargers, no superchargers, just displacement. And connected to it is that. Yep, 3 pedals, a 7-speed manual transmission. Those facts are not in dispute. Exhibit A has made its arguments. Opposing counsel now enters Exhibit B into evidence, and his argument is considerably different. 4.3 liters, naturally aspirated V8, 483 horsepower, and nearly 8,000 RPMs at redline. Smaller engine, less torque, but more horsepower, and a lot more revs. Instead of the 3 pedals, the Ferrari uses a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission, so the evidence is clear. 6.2 liter, 465 foot-pound of torque in the Corvette, manual transmission. In the Ferrari, 4.3 liters, 483 horsepower, 8,000 RPM, dual-clutch. Members of the jury, weigh the evidence accordingly. Exhibit 3, the startup sequence. Exhibit 4. The C7 has an awesome interior, great camera, 7-speed manual transmission, your different mode selects, your parking brake, and of course, a little center stack. I love the yellow mat in the interior. Members of the jury, you are instructed to consider materials, equipment, design, driving position, and of course, ergonomics. That's Exhibit A. Exhibit B, the Ferrari California. The awesome Ferrari steering wheel, the engine start button, your knobs to control what mode you're in. The center controls are very simple. You have your dual clutch transmission along with the paddle shifters. There's no question that this feels different, but that's not the matter before the court. The question is whether it's worth twice the money. The defense may object to the repeated mention of price, which of course will be overruled. Price goes directly to the matter before this court. Members of the jury, you've seen the interiors. You may continue your deliberations. Now, on to the road exam. Exhibit A, the Corvette C7 Z51. 7-speed manual transmission with the rev matching function where the paddle shifters would be on an automatic. And I'm going to tell you, having driven the C7 before on a racetrack, I remember this vividly. The rev matching is just exceptional. There is something about being truly engaged with the car. You get your heads-up display ahead of you in yellow, which is really neat. I think that's just the regular color, not that goes with the car, although that would be a cool feature, GM. Feel the power. You feel the weight of the car. You feel the speed of the car, and I'm doing 13 miles an hour. This is not designed to be a grocery getter, although you can grocery get in this, if that makes sense. Now, the big V8 6.2 liter engine, the clutch is in a perfect spot. The front is wide, but not too wide. I do love seeing those haunches come up and looking at the rear haunches on the car itself. Members of the court, you sit in this car and the seats envelop you. The soft leather, the tactile steering wheel, the notchiness of the transmission, very nice. And you don't have to go fast in this car. You can go fast in this car. It is absolutely smooth as butter. The massive tires stick you to the road. The suspension is sure-footed and stable. The steering is point and shoot. Corvette made the C7 right. They just did such a good job with it. The natural progression was the C8, totally get that. But this C7 is just a very, very well-designed car. This is not your grandfather's Corvette. Absolutely not. And look at these cornering. You can't feel that. That's just unreal. Look at this. It just wants to power through every single corner. Oof. And you got the rear view camera on so you can see what's behind you at all times. Bumps? Not really. Flawless entry into the corner. Holds like you wouldn't believe. Revs up to 6,500 RPMs. Members of the jury, keep that in mind. It's got the 7-speed. It gets great gas mileage for what it is. 6.2 liters, not going to get, 30 miles to the gallon. But it absolutely is going to get in the mid-20s. You could cruise at this all day long. I'm noticing also that the seats are so supportive and bolstered. There's no kind of way you're going to get tired as you're driving this car. It really is truly a remarkable piece of equipment. And the cool part is, even in 7th gear, it pulls. That tells you all of that horsepower is on tap. It tells you this car is made to be driven, but with the 7-speed, you get to work at it a little bit, which makes it a lot more engaging and fun. And the rev matching is just next level. Oh, that is glorious. Absolutely glorious. Exhibit B, the Ferrari California convertible. All right, first things first. The seats are extraordinarily comfortable, soft leather, supple. Currently has 22,000 miles on it, which is nothing. It is extraordinarily twitchy from the gas pedal. Absolutely amazing. The paddle shifters are ideal. You have your different modes right down here on the steering wheel, which we are going to just keep it in sport. Absolutely incredible car. The interior, this beautiful Rosso color. And you can just hear the engine just wind up out of that little 4.3 liter, 483 horsepower engine. Revs all the way to 8,000 RPM. And, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I can testify that this car wants to go. You get it at 3,000 RPMs and it's itching to jump forward and go faster and faster and faster. The white is subtle as you're driving it. It has the high haunches in the front, the high haunch in the back. You know exactly where you are on the road, and it is ready to pounce. This is extraordinary. The seating position is comfortable. You can see the prancing horse on the back, but don't let the prancing horse fool you. This car made in Maranello, the acceleration is absolute perfection. Wow, this is quite nice. It's high strung like an Italian should be. Completely different than Exhibit A. I know, objection. So this car is worth twice as much as Exhibit A. Overruled. At $110,000, what makes this worth twice the value? The provenance. It's a Ferrari. And it wants to play. Wow. I love the little notches on the steering wheel right here and right here, so you can put your thumb right in it. It tells you when to upshift for best fuel economy if you want an auto mode. Oh, ho, ho. That is amazing. Full sport mode. The cornering, well, the bump, again, you don't really feel it. Has a tremendous road presence, and it is very, very full of attitude. That's like telling me I'm a Ferrari, drive me harder. even though this is a Grand Tourer, this is so far beyond a Tourer. Exceptional speed, that beautiful high-revving V8, and monstrous acceleration. Oh, stop it. Stop it. That's ridiculous. Holy goodness. That is exceptionally fast. The suspension is sure. The steering wheel almost reads your input before you do it, which is a little bit different than Exhibit A. It has a natural balance to it. It doesn't feel heavy or weighty. It cooperates with you, but it tells you it's in charge, which is lovely. And the downshifts are just glorious. Oh, you could hear the burbles come straight through the front of the engine right out to the back. So what is it about Exhibit B versus Exhibit A? Exhibit B has provenance. Exhibit A has raw power. Ladies and gentlemen, you've heard the evidence. 2015 Corvette C7 Z51, 6.2 liter naturally aspirated engine, 460 horsepower, 465 foot-pounds of torque, a 7-speed manual transmission, so a real driver's car, and $55,000. Exhibit B, the 2013 Ferrari California, 4.3 liter naturally aspirated V8, 483 horsepower, 8,000 RPMs, which the Corvette could never get to. 7-speed dual clutch transmission in $110,000. The court's going to stipulate that both cars are fast. Both cars are desirable. But one car needs to win. Which one are you choosing?
Thank you to the Highline Motor Group up in Lowell, Mass. Check them out at www.highlinemotorgroup.com.
In addition to that, if you like this type of content, please make sure you like, you comment, and you subscribe. And remember, it's about the drive.